All right, you guys, I gotta tell you about the overseed day from hell. So I haven't looked at the footage. I don't know how much of it has got on camera, but I'll just tell you the story of everything that happened today. I had my main videographer call me a couple days ago and say he couldn't make it today. I kind of panicked. I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I ended up finding a different videographer and he came out this morning and everything's working great. So everything's working out fine. He wanted to come here at 8 a.m., which is very early for starting like an overseed project because the grass is still wet. So we get to scalping and this damn mower is clogging like every 5 feet. And I know it's because the grass is wet and I'm probably trying to take off too much at one time. So I'm going around in circles and I've probably unclogged this thing at least 20 times. Finally, I'm just going level by level. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes to scalp the grass all the way down to where it needed to be. Finally, we got done with that. All right, I can live with that. I mean, obviously, I knew that was gonna be a problem starting that early with dew still on the grass. So it's kind of my fault in a way. Get past that, we move on to the dethatching stage. Step 2, we're gonna dethatch the lawn. I use the Scarify attachment on my Sunjo, so my plan is to go east-west, north-south, go 2 different directions. Well, I start going east-west first and everything's going fine. Everything's working out great. And I get about 2/3 of the way through the lawn and all of a sudden smoke starts coming from my Sunjo. I'm like, are you kidding me? Electric machines aren't supposed to smoke. So I look at my videographer, I'm like, yeah, this thing's gonna be toast. So either way, it's done for. Like, let's ride this thing till the wheels fall off. Let's see how much further we can get before it starts on fire, basically. I mean, we had a backup plan. I had this sandbox lid over here filled with water because it rained. And I said, if this thing starts on fire, the plan is to run over there, grab that and throw it on it. Well, I made it another, I don't know, 3/4 of a pass. And then all of a sudden the Sunjo just goes to shit. It's done. It's dead. So I'm in the middle of this video. I'm paying this guy to be here. I'm 2/3 of the way done with dethatching or scarifying, and I don't know what to do. So, I mean, my last Hail Mary option was to go to Ace Hardware and I'll go rent a dethatcher from there, one of those power rakes, but I'm just not really a fan of them. So I actually went on like the lawn care Facebook group of Minnesota, made an emergency post. Emergency, I'm in the middle of a shoot. My dethatcher died halfway through. Is there anyone near my city that could rent one to me? And I had like 3 or 4 replies within 10 minutes, which is awesome. Like, so cool that the lawn care community like is just willing to help on a drop of a dime. I go to this guy's house that's about 25 minutes away from me. I bring the videographer. By the way, this is my first time meeting this videographer. But he hops in the car with me, my son's in the car with me, and we drive out there, and this dude's awesome as hell, and it's like, yeah, go ahead and use it. I don't need it for a couple of weeks, so do what you need to do. So we pick up the dethatcher, we head back. So by now, we killed an hour and a half. I know he's not gonna finish the whole thing. I only hired him for a half day. So I'm getting as much done as possible. So we come back, we start dethatching the rest. Everything works out perfect with this new dethatcher. Next step, suck it all up. Again, the stupid mower keeps clogging up with all the remnants of the dethatching. I don't know what was going on with the rider today. It just did not want to suck things up like it usually does. So that was another hour of cleaning up all the mess. By the time we're done with that, it's about 1 o'clock. He has to leave at 2. So I have an hour to put down seed. I mean, it took about 45 minutes to get down all the seed and he takes off. And now I have no camera guy for the rest of the video. My son started filming me a little bit. I have the camera on the tripod. So I rake in 4,000 square feet, rake it all in. No problems there, thank God. I roll it in with the Greensmaster, no problem there. Everything worked out fine. So we're to the last step, irrigation. I did not do an audit before I started seeding, which was very dumb. I just figured I want to see where all the irrigation was gonna go because I'm gonna have dirt exposed so I can see exactly what's getting wet, what's not getting wet. So I fire up the irrigation and lo and behold, one of my heads is not spinning like it's supposed to. So I have to change a head, not a big deal. I had an extra head in the garage. Go over there, put it in. Everything worked out great with that. Start up another zone and this head is just leaking like a MFer, man. What ended up happening is I hit it with the Scarifier and I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I thought the top cap just came off, but I ended up ruining the head. And this thing's leaking everywhere. It ended up spraying like all my gear and seed over on the side. Also on the same zone that I ended up breaking that head, I walk up to the garage to see if I have another head in the garage and there's pools of water on the side of my hill where there's no irrigation going on over there. My zone's actually spraying on the main part of the backyard. It doesn't have nothing to do with that part of the yard. So I have a leak underneath the ground pooling up. It's just like, are you kidding me? So I didn't have another irrigation head. So I had to run to Home Depot and go get an irrigation head. Honestly, we're at the point where you can't make it up anymore. Walking out, my bag rips and all my shit falls out. What is going on today? What's crazy is basically everything that could have went wrong was kind of going wrong, but we still finished. It's done. I'm gonna call out an irrigation company to fix that thing in the ground. I did not feel like digging it up and fixing it myself. I'm just shot after the day. I actually started the day at 6 a.m. spraying some ammonium sulfate, plant growth regulator, and iron for the video before this. So that was the ending of that video. So I sprayed all that this morning, started at 6 a.m. So I'm going on 13 and a half hours, almost 14 hours straight of lawn work. I'm beat. I want a beer. I don't think we have any. After the liquor store. Man, what a day. But the moral of the story is we got it done. It is done. No storm popped up. Oh, we're done. I'm happy. I'm relieved. I think we're good. As long as no storms come and wash away the seed, this will be successful. I've never had this many problems happen in one day doing some kind of lawn project. Even though this channel's tiny, 1,500 subs, I love it, man. I like doing content way more for this channel than I do the main channel. That's obviously I haven't made any videos for the main channel forever. So I appreciate all the support, all the comments. I mean, all the seed sales, it's been great. It's been a crazy year. So thank you again. I'm going on vacation. You won't see me for a little bit. So I'll see you when I get back. See you guys.